When the Portpatrick Line was planned out, it went north to the Glen Kens rather than along the coast to Kirkcudbright and Gatehouse. Initially, the folk of Gatehouse were quite displeased that the station planned for the town was 6 miles up in the hills at Dromore. Dromore, named after a nearby farm, was the highest point on the Portpatrick Line. 2 years after opening, it was renamed to Dromore for Gatehouse. Then another 15 months later renamed again to simply Gatehouse. Another name change back to Dromore happened 5 years later. This was because when the Kirkcudbright branch line was built, the station built on it at Tarf Valley was called Tarf for Gatehouse when it first opened. The Kirkcudbright line was operated by a rival company. For a spell, both stations were named simply Gatehouse. Then in 1912, the station at Dromore was renamed to Gatehouse Fleet once the two rival companies no longer existed. Tarf Station is now the HQ of Tarf Valley Limited. From New Galloway Station, then past Loch Strone and Loch Skerrow, where there was a halt for watering the trains, the Portpatrick Line climbed further up into the hills. 2 miles past Loch Skerrow, it crossed the Fleet, first at the Little Water of Fleet Viaduct. That viaduct no longer exists, having been demolished during an army exercise in the 1980s. After that, just a mile before arriving at Gatehouse Station, it crossed the Big Water of Fleet Viaduct, which stands still to this day, as you can see. The viaduct had to be reinforced with brick in its 20 arches. Standing over 20 metres high, this impressive structure made its way into popular fiction, featuring in John Buchan's 39 Steps and the subsequent film, and in Dorothy L. Sayers' 5 Red Herrings and its subsequent film. It was delisted during the 80s, leading some to believe it was also going to be demolished like the Little Viaduct, but it stands still to this day. Gatehouse Station closed in 1965 due to the beaching cuts that closed the entire Portpatrick Line.